if you're anything like me, you're probably getting really fucking sick of Blizzard's antics with Diablo. You know, one of the best ARPGs that used to be around has now fallen into the wayside due to Blizzard's incompetence on making a good product. This is mostly stemming from, well, Diablo 4. You know, the game that was boosted and hyped up to be a return to form for Diablo, returning back to its roots, returning back to, the style of Diablo 2, but ultimately failing the fans as Blizzard's not who they once were. While the gameplay is fun in Diablo 4, it is just one of the most disappointing things I've ever played of that year. I was pretty much done with the ARPG genre, as Diablo 4 kind of killed my desire to even play it. However, I saw a lot of people playing a game called Path of Exile 2. And I never played the first one. I used to watch people play it here and there, but I was such a Diablo fanboy. I was still playing Diablo 3 when that game came out. And I was like, man, this is just fucking a Diablo copy. And I just never touched it. Well, I decided to give it a shot. I wound up buying the $30 supporter pack. And I must say, this has been my crack for the last week. Path of Exile 2 is literally what Diablo 4 should have been. This is more Diablo 2 than what Blizzard was promising with Diablo 4. Like, this is what old school Blizzard used to feel like. Playing this game, I felt like I was a kid again whenever I first loaded up Diablo 2 on my first stepdad's PC and played it for the first time. I didn't want to stop playing it. The game it's amazing. It is literally probably the best $30 I ever spent. Hell, if this game was $60, if they charged me $60, I wouldn't have even been mad. Keep in mind, this game is still in early access at the time of this recording. The game came out not that long, I think like 2 weeks ago. And Path of Exile 2 is still in early access. Grinding Gear Games, the developers and publishers, are still working on the game, doing tweaks and fixes based off of community feedback. They're working their fucking asses off right now to, add a ton of content. This game's not even halfway done. Like, there's still 6 more classes they're planning on adding, 3 more campaign acts they're planning on adding, even more in-game content, more weapons, more monster variety. And honestly, playing the early access, it feels like I'm playing the full Path of Exile 2 experience. Now, I have beaten the game. A lot of the footage you're seeing is me in Act 1. However, I just hit in-game content. I got done beating Act 3 with my Ranger class, which is the class that I've been playing a lot of. And I've been really enjoying. But, yeah, for some fucking reason, it's like, I don't want to stop playing it. And I haven't felt that way in a long time about a game, probably since Baldur's Gate 3. It's just crazy how these devs, this small New Zealand team, who made made a free to play game that was being funded off of microtransactions. Which, by the way, let me say something right now: this game is not pay to win. Path of Exile 1, I looked into it; it's not pay to win. Path of Exile 2 is not pay to win. A lot of the microtransactions in Path of Exile mostly revolve around stash tabs, and they revolve around cosmetic microtransactions. That is it. They don't sell you weapons. They don't do none of that. They literally just sell cosmetics. And I'm fine with that. That's the way I want it to be. It's just cosmetic microtransactions. And I've already spent some money on this game because I loved it so much. I bought a couple stash tabs and I bought me a little pet. I bought a cool kill animation for rare monsters. And I don't regret spending money. In fact, I'm actually thinking about upgrading my $30 copy to the $100 copy of the early access pack just to support the devs. Because with this one game, with this early access, not even halfway done fucking product, I feel like they give a fuck about the community more than what Blizzard has with Diablo 4. And that is fucking sad. And that is pathetic. Blizzard, they can make a game like this if they wanted to, but they choose not to. They choose to take the lazy way out by giving us something that wasn't that they charged full price for something that wasn't even fully fucking finished with Diablo 4. And I know this video is more about a tangent with Blizzard, and it's because it is. Grinding gear games has shown me that the ARPG genre can be great. And for anyone who's played Path of Exile 1, please let me know how that game was, because as of right now, I may want to play Path of Exile 1 just because of how much I'm enjoying Path of Exile 2. However, it's kind of hard for me to get off this game because all I want to do is play fucking Path of Exile 2. Like, I want to go in and now do a witch character. I want to play a sorceress character. I want to do a warrior character. And there's already so many features they're going to be adding post-launch. And when the game fully releases, it will be free to play. And before anyone's like, oh, well, you're paying to beta test the game. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I don't mind doing it, especially with how good this game is, because I already had a plan that if I didn't like Path of Exile 2, I was probably just going to go ahead and refund it. I'm already, around, I want to say 50-ish hours in the Path of Exile 2 with my Ranger class. Yeah, so refunding is out the window, and I don't want to refund it, because these devs deserve support. These devs deserve our money. These devs deserve a lot of the praise that this game is getting. And is the game perfect? No. There are issues that they're planning on working on. For instance, I do wish that the gold drops were a little bit higher. I do think Legendary should be left alone. I do think the Legendary drop rate is really nice. With my Monk character that I took a break from to play Ranger, it was kind of like Borderlands 2, where, when you got a Legendary, it felt really special, because I only found one Legendary in my playthrough with the Monk. However, when I went to Ranger, I found 3 different Legendaries just in Act 1 alone, and it still felt special. It doesn't feel like Diablo 4, but it keep constantly handing me fucking Legendaries, and it makes it feel fucking meaningless. Like, it feels meaningful to get a Legendary drop in Path of Exile 2. I am extremely happy with how this game turned out, and I will keep supporting this studio. Blizzard, take notes. Stop getting salty about how this game's doing really good, because, you're fucking butthurt that everyone's praising this game but hates Diablo 4. Maybe take a step back, learn from the new guys, and be like, you know what, we can implement something like this and this into maybe a Diablo 4 expansion, or into the Diablo 4 core game, change some mechanics around, instead of being stuck in your ways and thinking that this game is one of the best things in the world. Maybe take a step back and learn something from Path of Exile 2, because as it stands, this is more of a Diablo game than fucking Diablo now. It is more of what I wanted Diablo 4 to be. Fun but challenging gameplay loops with really well done level design. And not that Diablo 4 had bad level design, but I felt more engrossed in this level design than I did in Diablo 4. The story already is way better in this than Diablo 4. And this story is incomplete. They're not adding the final acts until much later on, right near the game's release. The enemy variety is more interesting than Diablo 4, and again, only has half of what they're going to be releasing near launch. Do you see the issue here with this? It is fucking pathetic that Blizzard, a multi-billion-dollar company, a company that is now backed by Microsoft, can't even get Diablo, one of their staple franchises, right anymore. I've already given this studio $120 of my hard-earned money through microtransactions. And I still feel like I feel like I got ripped off more with Diablo 4 than I have with Path of Exile. And I only spent $70 on Diablo 4. With this one, I spent $30. And then $120 on top of that. And you know what? I feel like I'm justified in spending that much because of the amount of content that's in early access for this game. Path of Exile 2 is an incredible game. If you guys haven't played it yet, this is not a review, as the game's not even fully done yet. Go out, pay the $30 to play Path of Exile 2. I promise you, If you're a Diablo fan that's getting sick and tired of being burned by fucking Blizzard and Diablo as a whole, play Path of Exile 2. I promise you will have a fantastic experience with this game, just like I did. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Take care, and have an amazing day.